Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at the very well-known industry standard Shure SM57. And probably every music studio in the world owns one of these for many good reasons. So I did a short video comparing this mic with a large condenser diaphragm mic for recording acoustic guitar a while ago. So if you're interested in that aspect, particularly with acoustic guitar, I invite you to check out this other video first. But I wanted in this video here to make a more in-depth review, doing some talking scenarios as well and electric guitar recordings, which I think this mic is great for. Now the question I'm trying to answer in this video really isn't whether this mic is good or not, because I can tell you already, yes, it is good. So the question is rather, do you need a SM57? And based on my use and personal experience, hopefully you can decide whether that's a good purchase for you. And with Christmas coming soon, hopefully that could also be a nice gift you make to yourself or to your loved ones. So if you're interested in purchasing the mic, please consider using the affiliate link in the description of this video. That will help the channel at no extra cost to you. And talking about helping the channel, please consider subscribing if you find that content helpful. You really don't want to miss the coming giveaway for the 5,000 subscribers. And by the way, I'm just trying to decide whether I give that mic as a giveaway or maybe a guitar, I'm not too sure. So if you do have any suggestion, please leave that in the comments. What do you think is best? And I always, again, read all of the comments. First, just a bit of info on the mic and what comes with it if you're wondering. The mic will cost you $99 and comes in a nice looking cardboard box, nothing fancy. You've got a soft pouch and a mic clip included as well, and that's it, no more needed. In terms of how the mic feels, it's actually really heavy for its size, and that's a good thing. It's pretty much all metal except for these little screwing things at the top. I won't give you a lecture on the specs of the mic, but basically it's a cardioid dynamic mic, so the source must be really close to the mic itself. And we're talking less than 30 centimeters. If you're trying to use this mic as a shotgun mic, that's not going to work very well. I'm still going to do some demo with the mic placed at quite a distance, more than 30 centimeters in this video, if you're still wondering, but of course I don't recommend you buy that mic for that purpose. So let's try a few setups where this mic may come handy, at least in my opinion. Of course, I recommend you use headphones or good speakers for this part of the video. First one will be a vocal test. If you wanted, for example, to use this mic as a podcast mic, or if you wanted to use it as a shotgun, again, I really don't recommend you buy that mic as a shotgun. I'll still demonstrate that so you can kind of see the limitations of that mic. But yeah, I won't do any post-process on any of the clips except maybe readjusting the levels. So what you hear is what you get. This is a sound test of the Shure SM57 right in front of my mouth, like a podcast style. And you also notice I don't have a pop filter installed on that mic. I really recommend you actually use one if you want to use the mic that close to your mouth. This is a sound test of the SM57 at about 30 centimeters of my mouth, going straight into the Scarlett 2i2. This is a sound test of the Shure SM57 at about 50 centimeters from my mouth. And this is when it should start being pretty bad in terms of, hearing the ambient sound of the room. I had to put the gain up, obviously. You might even be able to hear the fan of the laptop going on, so I'm not too sure, but this mic is not really intended for that purpose, as I said before. Now, another use for me is to record electric guitar. It's a very popular option for this actually, and I think it's for good reason. It's a great mic for putting in front of an amp, a guitar amp. So let's give it a try with the Spark amp from Positive Grid, still going through the Scarlett audio interface. And the last test I wanted to do is with an acoustic guitar, which can be a good option, but would not necessarily be my first choice. More on that in a second. So what are my final thoughts on this mic? Well, I think this is probably the most versatile mic you can find, but there are definitely scenarios where you should probably be looking elsewhere. Let me explain. So let's start with 3 scenarios why you would need this mic. First scenario, you play electric guitar and want to record from your amp directly. The mic does great for that and is on par with some more expensive options. Second scenario, you want to mic an instrument on stage that cannot be plugged, so acoustic guitar, drum kits, snare, for example, or other loud instruments. Definitely a great option for that, and any instruments overall on stage. And third scenario, you want something that does a bit of everything. And I probably fall into that category actually. If you are a videographer, for example, you could also use the mic as an interview mic, just holding it. And in a noisy environment, it's going to do great because you need to be very close. The source needs to be really close, so it's going to filter whatever is not right next to it. And you can just put a pop filter on it, and you're good to go doing some vocals. So it's my favorite things about this mic actually, its versatility. Okay, now the 2 scenarios where I think you may want to look at other options. First, if you're looking at recording acoustic guitar in a studio environment. I personally think that for the same price you can get a decent large condenser mic that will make your guitar sound much fuller, I would say. So of course you won't be able to use a large condenser on stage, so you lose the versatility of the SM57 there. Second, if you're looking at doing some podcasting, for example, or studio vocals only, I would recommend also going either for a large condenser mic at the same price point. You can find some decent ones. It's going to give you a richer sound again, in my opinion. And if you need, for example, a similar setup to what I'm doing here, you're streaming and you want the mic out of the frame, so not really podcasting, but more like a video setup, any kind of video setup where the mic needs to be 50 centimeters away, then I'd recommend a shotgun mic. I really like, personally, this Sennheiser MKE 600. And I've done a video on that mic actually a few months ago, so if you are interested, I'll leave that link in the description as well. I'll leave it here for this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions on this mic. I always read all of them, of course. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, consider subscribing to support the channel if you find that helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.